In this particular video, we will look into two classes. The first class is the Chondrichthyes and the second is the class Osteichthyes. So we will compare the characters which are present in two classes. Now, talking of the term Chondrichthyes, Chondrichthyes means the fishes which have a skeleton of cartilage. So these are the cartilaginous fishes. After Chondrichthyes, the second fishes that we talk about are the Osteichthyes. Osteo term refers to the bone, so that is why these are bony fishes. So the first character is the difference between the two, the presence of cartilage or the presence of bone, so cartilaginous fishes and bony fishes. The second character we talk about is the notochord. So, in the case of Chondrichthyes, notochord will be persistent throughout life, but in the case of Osteichthyes, notochord will be present only in embryo and it will be replaced by bony skeleton in adults. So, next condition is the endoskeleton. So, in these it will be cartilaginous. So, in these exception is present. So, notochord is also persistent throughout life and endoskeleton of cartilage is also present. In this case, it is the normal condition, that is notochord is present only in embryo, and in adults notochord is replaced by bony endoskeleton. After this, comparing the habitats, so Chondrichthyes are exclusively marine, but Osteichthyes are, talking about the habitat, Chondrichthyes are exclusively marine, but Osteichthyes are found both in marine and freshwater. Next, talking about the body. So, the body in both cases is streamlined body having paired fins. The next is the gill slits. So, the number of gill slits present in the case of cartilaginous fishes is 5 to 7 pairs and these are separate, and in the case of Osteichthyes these are 4 pairs. The second is operculum or the gill cover. So, it covers the gills and it is absent in the case of Chondrichthyes, but it is present on each side in the case of Osteichthyes. The next character is the scales and skin. So, in the case of Chondrichthyes, minute placoid scales are present. So, the name is placoid and placoid scales if present, these make the skin tough. In the case of Osteichthyes, these are cycloid or ctenoid scales. Talking about the mouth, now mouth will be ventrally located in the case of Chondrichthyes. So, normally if we see the structure of fish, ideally the mouth should be at the center. So, this condition is called as terminal mouth and this normal condition is found in Osteichthyes. But in the case of Chondrichthyes, what happens if this is the structure of fish anterior part, then mouth will be located towards the lower surface. So, it will be present ventrally. Next, if we talk about jaws, now both are the members of Gnathostomata. So, jaws will be present in both. But in the case of cartilaginous fishes, jaws will be very powerful as these are predaceous animals. Next, talking about the teeth. So, teeth in the case of cartilaginous fishes, these are modified placoid scales and these are backwardly directed. So, if we talk about this ventrally located mouth, teeth will be located directed towards the inner side, so backwardly directed. Next is the air bladder. So, in the case of Chondrichthyes, it is absent. So, no buoyancy comes. So, they have to swim continuously to avoid sinking. But in the case of Osteichthyes, air bladder is present. So, it will provide buoyancy to these fishes. The next character is the heart. Heart in the case of fishes, whether Chondrichthyes or Osteichthyes, it will be two-chambered. So, two-chambered in both the cases. Two-chambered means one auricle will be there and one ventricle will be there. Cold-blooded or warm-blooded condition, only two classes are warm-blooded, that are aves and mammals. All the rest vertebrates are cold-blooded. So obviously these will be cold-blooded. The other name for cold-blooded is poikilothermal. Cold-blooded are the animals which cannot regulate their body temperature. Next, we talk of the conditions of reproductive system. Now, chondrichthyes or osteichthyes both are unisexual, that is male and female will be different. There is a special organ called as clasper. Now, these claspers are present only in the case of cartilaginous fishes and only in the males of cartilaginous fishes, and pelvic fins bear these claspers. These claspers will be absent in the case of osteichthyes. The next character is the reproduction. These are higher organisms, so obviously sexual reproduction occurs. Next, talking about fertilization. Now, in the case of animals which live in water, normally it should be external fertilization. But the members of chondrichthyes are exceptions, and that is why these have internal fertilization. These are the normal fishes, so these have external fertilization. Talking about development, whether larva is present or not, in both the cases larva is absent, so it is direct development in both. Talking about oviparous or viviparous condition, ideally fishes are oviparous, they lay eggs, but cartilaginous fishes are the exceptions. These give birth to babies, so that is why we say that many are viviparous and these are the normal ones, so these are oviparous. So we can say that this condition, internal fertilization, is a major exception, and viviparous condition, it is again a major exception over here. Talking of the examples, so the first group, that is the chondrichthyes, it has less number of species, and osteichthyes, the species number is quite large. Examples, the first example is Scoliodon, dogfish, it is a type of shark. The second is Carcharodon or great white shark. Another example given is the Pristis. Now, Pristis is called as sawfish. The first example is the Scoliodon. So, the dogfish we were talking about is this. The Pristis sawfish is this. Then there is Trigon. Trigon is commonly known as stingray because it has poison sting. Torpedo is called as electric ray because it has electric organ present in it. After this, coming to the examples of osteichthyes. Now, in osteichthyes, these were all marine, but these can be marine as well as freshwater. We can also place these in aquariums. So, examples of marine fishes given are Exocoetus, flying fish. Next is Hippocampus, that is seahorse, being shown here. Then Labio is Rohu, and Clarias is Magur, and Catla is also known as by the name of Catla, and the example shown here is of Catla. After this, talking of the two examples of fishes which are kept in aquariums, Betta is called as fighting fish and Pterophyllum is called as angelfish.